And they'll run it here. And an alley to run. First down.
Outside handoff to the right side. If you're a running back, you love getting the ball early. When they talk about cutoff blocks, making sure no one can leak from the backside that can run a play down.
And nobody leaked. Big play. Now, meanwhile, and 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Incomplete. That time trying to find Gerald Everett. And it's 3rd down.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. Steps away to his left. That's going to be complete to his tight end, Everett. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. He goes for 18 there as the drive
was left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
He'll look to throw, eluding the pressure right. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. It's an 8-yard pickup, and that'll make it a 2nd down. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Going to the air on the opening drive. And, boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
Different pass rushes are designed for different things. Sometimes you want to keep the quarterback in the pocket. Sometimes you want him to flush. I don't know exactly how this one was designed, but they made sure they moved him to his right. He got out of the pocket. Unfortunately for him, he was hit as he tried to throw the ball, and that resulted in an incompletion.
And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. That's already the 3rd time they've looked his way on this opening drive. He's caught one of the 3.
That doesn't mean they won't continue to go in that direction. It feels like they think that...
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. It's picked up. A live ball here, remember.
So the next time we leave one of those coaches' meetings and we're walking out in the hall and you're like, how come we spend so much time talking about special teams?
Here you go. This is why.
This is why, right? And then look, I'm right there with you. We hear it every time we meet with coaches, but it is a big part of it. And look at how early in the game this occurs. They block a kick, and not only does it set a tone, it sends a message for the rest of the game.
Yeah, so much for our first points of the game. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 16 carries, 120 yards, and a touchdown.
How about the first month of the season for him? He leads the league in rushing, so you know his confidence is at an all-time high, which means his offensive line loves it too. They'll get more opportunities to run block for him.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, 3rd down. He'll drop to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
So it looked like maybe his 3rd or his 4th read on his progression. Just trying to find his outlet man that time. Ends up leading him just a bit too much.
And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. So now here are the Rams as their offense comes back out. Back to throw now in his own end zone. Rolling to his right. And his throw is going to be incomplete. And this pass defense, they were sensational in the win last week, and they're looking good here so far in this first quarter.
You know, we often talk about how offenses get locked in, and that runs over multiple games where they're really, you know, in that zone. Defenses can be the exact same way, and I think we're seeing an example of it here.
They'll throw again from their own end zone. Under pressure, and down he goes in the end zone, and that's a safety. Well, we thought these two defenses, they might come to play. One has already come to play here, a safety for the opening points of the game.
Brandon, let's file this play away, because if it turns out to be a tight game, who knows? This could wind up being the difference.
The Giants offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at MetLife Stadium. They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12.
Here we go now.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. 1 yard officially on the pickup, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 11. Only one score in the first quarter, and it came from the defense. 2-0 is our score. Back to MetLife Stadium in just a moment. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and it's the Giants with the football here as we begin quarter number 2. They do, however, have a tough 3rd and long coming up. Now it's the backup Lauletta. To the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds. A gain of 4 on the play, and it'll be 4th down. Down. Here's Brad Nordman now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. And a big no-no last time, a safety to make this score 2-0 where we stand now. So, see if they can atone for that mistake.
You give up points, but on the flip side, the positive side, after you punted the ball away or kicked it away,
defense held.
Defense held for you, so there's a little bit of relief there. Now they know they can get back out on the field, run their offense, and try not to put their defense in a bad spot again.
Now they try the right side here. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains.
Well, it certainly appears that the big guys up front have taken charge of the line of scrimmage. Two really nice plays back-to-back. But on the defensive side of the ball, there shouldn't be any despair. Okay, they've got us a couple of times here. Hang in there, keep your composure, and try and figure it out for the next play.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield, incomplete. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes. Yeah,
you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
Buying time to his left. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. He got 29 yards that time. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, total.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. A great play there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Rams are in for 6. Solid job up front. Really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
That was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And New York set to take the field. And this is their third drive. Right now, maybe not about points, just about getting something. They haven't gotten a first down yet in this game.
It's a mental barrier you don't think about until you go a couple of drives without getting a first down. Then all of a sudden it looms big. It gets harder and harder to actually attain that first down.
An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. 1:59 to go in the first half. We're back to East Rutherford, but first this time out. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. Back to throw now on first down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A good pickup there, 26 yards. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. On first down, he'll drop to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come out. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. Corey Coleman, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Giants are in for 6. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown. Point after try forthcoming. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is now 2. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Now here's Baldwin. He's got Daly, the 20. Touchdown, L.A. In for the score. And the Rams are in for 6. Such an electric play, so much fun to watch, and you need all 11 guys in sync for that to be successful, don't you?
Without a doubt. That's teamwork, to be able to put it all together. But that play is really probably the most exciting 10 seconds in football.
That one good for a 91-yard kickoff return for a touchdown. Caught it just inside the 10 at the 9, and his feet did the rest. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. New York set to take the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
How about the timing on that one, where they were in sync, weren't they? 3-step drop, balls out of his hands, right to the tight end. Nice completion, just like they do it in practice.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
Here we go now. 3-19.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw to Barkley on the check down. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. Now a play fake here on first down. He sets the fire deep and nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but it does get away, and it's 2nd down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit. And the Rams got it. They bring him down. Samson Abukum in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. As they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. And we're back. The offense had a chance to talk things over. We'll see what they come up with here on this next play. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. Back at the 27. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
This is brought in at the 21. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And control of the football, switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. They'll come out throwing here on first down. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. Touchdown, L.A. A big play there as the first half is winding down. And the Rams strike quickly here for 6 points. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Short kick. One of the up middle take it now. Final 10 seconds of the half as they've got it 1st and 10.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue, line it.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Coleman has it here right side. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19.
They'll throw now on the final play. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. All right, folks, eager to get back to this Week 4 matchup. We won't put up a fight. So we've come to halftime. It's the visiting Rams taking the lead to the break. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And here comes the Giants offense back out onto the field. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And
he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
On play action, they'll throw. Out left, he's got it to Everett. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
They're going to look to throw. Throw right side is into the hands of his tight end, Everett. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
And they'll go on the ground. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Olivier Vernon brings him down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked at it.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. As his guys are in for 6. And the Rams add on to their lead. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, second half, no matter what. Whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever. This was a big score to start the second half.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Rams defense now as they get ready for the next possession. Now the interception for them the last time, and that turned into 6 points.
You think during their break they reminded the offense that, hey, we helped you guys out a little bit, right? You know, they want to see if they can do it again for them. They're putting together an entire team game by how they're playing on defense.
So the interception the last drive, what will happen here? Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, You and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
Hurry up, here we go.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
I think it's pretty evident we can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting.
And down he goes on the pressure from the Rams defense. And now the Rams are going to halt things as they want a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. All right, so the timeout over and all 11 men back out onto the field for the defense. Here's Brad Nortman now as the drive goes backwards, so he's On to punt it away. The Rams offense now making their way out to take over. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock Dalvin away and bring up second down.
He's going to fire one deep. That's caught inside the 20. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Gerald Everett, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Rams add on to their lead.
And remember, partner, that's a rookie quarterback back there. Apparently, he's getting the hang of this NFL thing pretty quickly.
Had 3 touchdown passes. You're right, he looks comfortable. What are they doing? Anything in particular?
Well, they keep talking about making sure they're giving him plays that fit his talents and also maybe shrinking the play. Playbook a little bit. They did tell us that. Bottom line, he's really good.
Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
All right, here we go.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And this is incomplete. Close there. He caught it, just wasn't able to stay in bounds.
And that's where the sideline, it was used as a 12th defender. You know, 11's legal. This one is an imaginary one that my college coach used to call Sammy Sideline. Sammy Sideline can protect you at times, and in this case, that's exactly what he did for the defenders.
Only a yard on the gain there as time will run out on this 3rd quarter of play. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here at MetLife Stadium. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete.
Sometimes it's just not your day. There's another failure right there on 3rd down.
Here's Brad Nordman now as he's on for the 5th time here today. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. To throw here on 1st down. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
They'll set up a throw. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete, certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. Oh, the lonely punter inside their own 20 figured for sure they were punting this away. They did not, and the move does not pay off.
You think someone put up the stop signal when they started trotting over the sideline? Nope, no, son. We're going to go for it here. Usually when you see a team do these types of things, it's because they're so dominant that they don't believe that they can get beat. This is much more of what you see in a high school game, maybe some of those mismatched college games. But in the NFL, any given Sunday is a phrase they take seriously. And guess what? That was probably going to backfire.
That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And it'll be a 3rd and about 13. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long.
Set. Blue line it. Blue line.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
And his kick is right there. It's good, and that'll put us within 3 scores as it becomes now a 23-point game. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. Right back to him on 1st down. A strong broken tackle on that one. And then they get him to the ground just shy of the 15. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. Here's 2nd and goal, operating from the 8-yard line. They'll give it to him up the middle. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal. They'll run it now out of the gun. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to bring up a 4th and goal. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their 2nd. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. And they're going to go for this thing. They're not going to leave anything to chance. They're going to roll the dice on 4th and goal. They'll look to throw here. Rush coming, and he's taken down. He had 3 touchdowns already, but won't get a 4th here. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside.
Here we go.
He'll look to throw. And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward. And that is one frustrated offensive unit.
They can't get out from under their own shadow right now. I mean, I know this is the NFL, but could you imagine a college crowd right now? Imagine what they'd be doing. They'd be chanting, "Start the bus," because they think this one is over.
And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just one kneel here, and this game should be over.
And it's always the final play of preparation each week. The practicing of the kneel-down formation, the victory formation. We've got a game in hand, and that's all they're going to want to do now. They'll put someone back deep just in case something goes haywire. But all in all, take the snap, kneel down, and shake hands. Yes, get out of there.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. That one looks like he'll throw here. Working the middle here, that's complete to Everett, the tight end. Past the 20, 10, and he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. I tell you, Charles, you play to the final whistle, I get that, but there are a few folks that might not be too happy with that score late in the game with it already well in hand.
You seem a little squeamish about that last score.
I struggle with this one. I struggle. But on the argument, I get it, on the other side is, hey, do something about it. Stop them.
I'll guarantee you, I know who was really excited. Fantasy owners who had them. Hey, listen, get the points for me. They're not worried about hurt feelings or anything like that. That's just new age stuff.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Short kick. One of the up middle take it down. And they're going to have really good starting field position here as that's taken up close to the 40. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
All right, here we go. Blue, line it.
Looking to throw. Wide open receiver, complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Now a final chance to stop it here as a timeout comes in with 10 seconds left in the game. This quarterback now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10.
39, green.
Now back to throw. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go. He was looking for Evan Ingram, the tight end. And now it's 2nd down.
Well, the pressure, the hits, the sacks have been coming at him all game long. I'm frankly surprised that they haven't found a solution yet to create more time for him to throw it or maybe change what they do on offense.
And that's one of the biggest differences in this game and why they're losing right now. A big offensive explosion help leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for L.A., they're on a nice early roll as they move to 3-1 with a win here. And they'll return home next week to take on the Philadelphia Eagles. Meanwhile, for the Giants, they're going to fall to 3-1 as they suffer their first loss. And they'll try to rebound next week as they head to Heinz Field to take on the Steelers. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.